Hey yo, ha, about this weekend. Ha, my bad. Look, bye, bye. So, yeah, I didn't upload a video this weekend. Oops. Um, Here's what happened, dude. I didn't realize that my funded futures was automatic rebill. And so what happened was I'm now in a new I'm in a new trial. I'm in a new eval. So I figured, look, let's talk about like some psychological stuff because the last time I blew my shit was because I jumped in basically on a marketing ploy, on a marketing jump because I saw I was funneled in. Um, and so I was jumpy, obviously. I was excited. I jumped in and I started trading like the same day. I think the trading session had already started when I bought the shit. So horrible mindset to be in when you start trading. Um, and so obviously I scalped myself and I blew my shit up. I thought I was past that because I had done that before and I thought about it. I was like, can't be doing that. But you know, this time I had I accidentally was it's kind of interesting. I just woke up one day and realized I looked at my email that I never look at and I was like, oh, I'm in an eval now. And I didn't want to be. Before, I wanted to be in an eval too much. Now I didn't plan on it and I'm in. I think this has helped. And I think not only has that helped, but I think the way that I've been trading has also helped, which has been, first of all, not really trading because I'm not placing orders in the sim. I'm just watching the charts and looking for setups and drawing boxes when I can. Um, but uh, what's the other thing? So just being in that mindset of like not needing to trade every day, not I don't know. I almost said not wanting to trade every day, which is another thing I guess I'll get into. But um, it's just made me realize how much the mindset shift. Everyone says mindset. It's just like a it's a buzzword obviously, but like you do gotta you do gotta take stock of where you're at when you're going into a trade, when you're opening an account, when you're starting a trading day. You gotta take stock of it. Um, and I think it's really helped me to just be sitting back and not being active in the markets as much because what I can't remember when I rebuild, but this was the first week that I started uh, actually trading again, and I actually haven't taken any trades. You see my account balance. I took a trade because like I was testing it out. Honestly, I wouldn't lie to you. Next time I'm gonna test it out on the MNQ because I bought and sold in like half a second and lost fucking $40. Um, but that's how NQ works, babe. So lesson one, test out your trading on micros. Okay. But that's it. I've been laid out. I've been laid back. I have my sticky on my computer. I'm at work when I'm looking at the charts, so that kind of helps me be like, okay, I really can't be thinking about this too much. I'm looking at the 5 minutes, so I have more time to analyze. Yeah, dude, just be laid back. My sticky says the first thing on here is you don't have to trade today. Another setup will come. Risk management and picky setups. So I think the two obviously risk management is big, but that's just a reminder. The main two are don't you don't have to trade today, and another setup will come. I've been taking that to heart because really, dude, like not trading for 2 days. I honestly don't think I've been like getting itchy, but or getting FOMO-y, but it almost feels like disheartening because you're like you start thinking like, oh shit, I'm not gonna make money. That's what we're here to do. But um I really think that's the best way to do it. It's just if it's not there, it's not there. It's okay if you don't take a trade. Now, if you don't take a trade for 4 weeks, 8 weeks, really depends. I mean, you can be as picky as you want. Man, some people take like a few trades a year. At that point, you're investing. But I would rather be at the point where I'm so confident in my setups that only show up every so often that I just sit there and wait for them, um, and know that when I take them, I'm likely to make a bunch of money. Taking once a quarter is not enough, but because then you're investing, and if you fluke and you blow it, blah blah. But the point is, you don't need to be trading every day. You don't even need to be like if you have a week go by where you don't trade, it's not the end of the world. It might be good for you actually, believe it or not. So I think let's get into the actual chart review. This was Monday. Um, and I'm just drawing out lines. I was drawing out where stuff was going. I was kind of looking at the daily when it was developing. This is the day I'm looking at right now, Monday, the big wick. So with this big wick coming in, kind of looks like we might be breaking out of the downward trend that we're seeing here. That wick is kind of like, okay, we went to test if we wanted to go down more. We didn't. So maybe we're gonna go up. I don't know. If you guys got in on that long, good for you. Also inauguration. I think I don't know historically, but like maybe that's helping the market be bullish. It was bullish after the election. Uh, Regardless of your politics, it's hard to say what the market will do in reaction to those things. So it was just like drawing out structure. I'm trying to look at structure. Are we breaking highs? Are we breaking highs? And this is just one of those weird, wacky days where we break highs and then we go back, break some lows, and then we start breaking highs again. I'm not crazy about this shit. I think the EMA is a nice. I'm trying to think about the EMA now, really just as a bias tool, and I think the EMA will tell you with all this straddling, like that today's kind of an uncertain day. You expect that we're gonna make up this big down move, but who knows? This is a weird low to make. Some would call this a liquidity grab. I don't really know. But bottom line is, I just didn't see my setup. I didn't see a great bounce. I don't know. Like this was a nice little kind of pump up here, but it just didn't form a great supply zone with a demand zone with that wick. Dude, whenever I say supply zone, I'm just talking about a zone, okay? I'm just not gonna get it right, okay? I'm just not gonna get it right. You just gotta bear with me, dude. That was it, dude. I really didn't see much. I saw highs getting broken, but um, yeah. Like if it did come back down to this level though, I think that would have been a good setup because it it kind of finally is, even though it broke these lows, like you made a higher low from this, and it seems like on the larger scale, it's maybe finding some footing, making these kind of big swings. But it was just uncertain. The overall market is like, eh. And if it came down to here and you're above the EMA, like that would have been nice, but it didn't. So today was so here's the deal. Today, no good with trend setups. Um, this was a pre-market, not a great zone formation. Here again, not a great zone formation. Then it takes off. I drew these zones, but again, like you just don't. That's not a good zone. Like technically, that's just not a good zone. There's too much wick going on. There's not a lot of certainty. Um, there's a lot of directionality, obviously going up, but like it keeps going down for some reason. And then it just takes off without you. And I'm not like I hesitate to say old me would have wanted to get in because I think I've thought I've moved past my old habits. Dude, when you're trading, you can think you're like you've broken your habits, but they can resurface. Uh, it's just some kind of like you got to stay on top of that shit. You got to be aware of what you're feeling at the time, what you're thinking. And then this was so again, here's the only setup I saw today, and I wasn't looking at this because I was primed for. I was thinking, since we're above the EMA, let's go long. But at the same time, it's really meandering down. It's not like making a sharp move down before moving back up. We are above the EMA. I've gotten burned on these reversals, trying to take a reversal and then it goes back in the other direction, continues. Um, so I wasn't crazy about thinking about shorts here, but this would be the only thing is this little pump down, come back up, you get a really nice rejection of this supply zone. I think that rejection is really important. Takes you down to the next two lows. The next low takes you all the way down to the EMA. And this is a nice little fake out. This freaking bar right here, dude, that green bar is tempting, but I've seen that turn on us a few times. And I think besides being a shitty zone, it tapped it right before. And this is just a long meandering. This is like all afternoon. It was just going down. So I'm not crazy about that at all. That's good. But it's just it's one red candle and that's it. And there's not a big gap between these two wicks on either side of the candle. So I'm not crazy about that. So yeah, dude, I'm gonna keep trying to stay laid back, not having to trade every day, not just knowing that my setup will come. That's I feel like that's a thing I haven't told myself before that I might need to be more conscious about the setup because that's kind of the stem of FOMO, right? Is that you're just like, I'm not going to make money because the opportunity's not there, so I need to take this, even though maybe deep down I know it's not a good setup. But remind yourself, your setup will come. It has showed up many times. All right, that's it. Bye.